You have probably seen one of these before. This is what is known as a color picker. It is a common feature in mobile and desktop applications related to creating and editing images, drawings, or anything like that. It is featured in many popular applications such as Autodesk Sketchbook, Adobe Photoshop, Pixlr, and much more. Color pickers work by using RGB values to produce different color shades. Whenever you slide the slider, the values of RGB change, producing a different color every time you move the slider. But what really is RGB? When designing websites or applications, color and aesthetics are really important in making what you program look really good. Programmers developing programming languages had to think of some way to create a large selection of colors. Names could be an option, and in fact, there are names for some colors. Some examples are fuchsia, burgundy, cobalt blue, as well as the well-known colors such as white, black, red, blue, pink, brown, yellow, orange, and more. In total, there are exactly 140 color names which are supported in modern browsers such as Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Internet Explorer. Here is a link to a website which displays all 140 of them. So, programmers came up with a way to display over 16,500,000 color shades. That's right, more than 16,500,000 colors are available. Basically, any color you can think of. RGB stands for red, green, blue. Colors in a computer program are shown by combining 3 shades of red, green, and blue. When combined, it will produce a color. RGBs are defined with numbers. There are, of course, 3 sections of RGB: red, green, and blue. Each section is defined with numbers from 0 to 255. The higher the number in each section, the more color of it will be shown in the output. By having 255 as the maximum number in each section, it creates 16,581,375 different colors possible. With this extremely large selection, programmers now have the ability to do anything with color. Let me show you an example. So, I'm gonna show you an example of a website that does not use color, and it's called Wikipedia. Yeah, so I'll show you. Okay. Like you go on Wikipedia. Yeah, there's like, look, it's pretty ugly. Come on, guys. Anyway, so I don't know, search up World War II. And you see here, it's basically bare bone HTML. There's no color. There's only the only color there basically is the link color, and it's just not it's not an inviting website. But so I'm going to show you how to use RGB and name colors. So you start by getting your code editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. It's really awesome. So you go type doc, hit tab, then you go H1 header tag. H1 stands for header tag. There are 6 different header tags. The largest is H1, the smallest is H6. So you can go like hello there. Alright, and if you open this with a live server, it'll show there, hello there, like super easy. Anyway, to put color in it, you need CSS. Now, HTML is not a programming language. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's not a programming language. It's yeah, whatever. It's just not a programming language. But what CSS is a programming language, and you program CSS in an HTML file by going. So you see these head tags. You put another tag between them, which is style. Style. Yeah, and you can put your CSS in between the style tags. So I'll go like H1 color green. Alright, see, look, that's a oh yeah, and something else, there's a color picker, which is so cool. So Visual Studio Code comes with a color picker, which is really simple and easy since color pickers are awesome, you know? Yeah. So I did that. That's the named color. And so if I open it, if I go here, then hello there is in green, dark green. Alright, so you can go back, and if you, for example, there's no color name for this, for a color that I want, so you have to do RGB. You have to go RGB, what is this called? Parentheses, and you want to do like gray or something, so you go 100, 100, 100. Of course, the first 100 stands for the amount of red there is, second is for the amount of green, and the third is for the amount of blue. So you click Command S or Control S, I'm on a MacBook, to save the file. Then you can go here, look, it's green. You can also type in random numbers until 255, so you go like 123. Yeah, something like that. Go there, it's like a purple brownish kind of color. So yeah, that's how you use that's how you do RGB in code and programming stuff. Alright. In computer programming, there is another way to show color. This is a more complex and tricky way, in my opinion. It is called hex notation. You may have seen something like 2F329F or 9245AD. Those are examples of hex notation. Hex notation is different than decimal notation, which is what I just showed you in Visual Studio Code, where it's like RGB, brackets, 100, 100, 100, stuff like that. It's different because decimal notation is base 10. Hex notation is base 16. Of course, hex notation isn't just in computer programming. It's in Greek, I'm pretty sure. So you can you can like research it. I've included some links in the description related, or like a link related to hex notation, so you can read that. But yeah, so 1 to 10 is just normal, and then it goes like A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. A to F is 11 to 16. I'm not gonna go too much into hex notation since I literally do not understand it. But once again, I've included a link in the description, like all my sources that I've used in the description, so you can check it out.